This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Mill drive home, driving home from the Den, where it finished Millwall 2,
Queen's Park Rangers
1.
Queen's Park Rangers 1. An excellent, entertaining London derby in which we took all 3 points, which, given some of the second half, it didn't look like we were going to. Under the cosh a little bit, some really resolute defending, brilliant saves from Jensen. And we've taken the 3 points. Obviously, we haven't been to a few games. We've had some more health issues in the families. Hopefully, they're starting to clear up and get a little bit better. Lots of love to my wife, who always watches the Mill drive home, even if she comes. I don't know why she does that, but yeah. So, if you don't mind, we are so close to the 3,000 subscribers. If you aren't subscribed to the Mill drive home, get yourself subscribed. Funny enough, I spoke to 2 lots of Mill fans today. One had come down from mid Wales, and the other one came down from Manchester. So then they come every week. They sat next to me. I think Finley and George were the names of the boys. So I think the dad watches the Mill drive home. So if he does, your boys have got a shout out. But like I said, it was a really encouraging performance. We're playing some decent football. 3 wins on the bounce.
Probably our best performance of the season, I would go out there to say.
Yeah, but like it was against a good QPR side. Yeah. QPR, one of the best teams that have come to the Den this year, without a doubt. You know, they had some good attacking intent. Both teams went out to score goals. Obviously, in the second half, we sat back a little bit and tried to weather a storm. But first half, it was really, really entertaining. We started off with Jensen in goal, a back four of Kramer, who's been unbelievable since he's come in. Jake Cooper, the mercurial Japhet Tanganga. Left back was Joe Bryan. In front of them, born again George Saville, who's been a different player in the last few games. I don't know what's happened to him. He's probably going to get drug tested because he's been unbelievable. Back to his old self. In front of those, you had the new signing Kundal starting as the central attacking midfield. You had Reece Bangura Williams, who was the left side. It was Aaron Connolly, and up front we had the workhorse Ivanovic. But he's got a touch on him, and
he's a brilliant player. He genuinely is a brilliant player. Yeah,
with all the players that we've signed as well, it's hard to say as a Millwall fan, but it is actually exciting. You know, we're buying younger players to, you know, we're changing the ethos of the club, which, you know, buy young and hopefully we won't have to sell high. Hopefully we get ourselves up the league, and you know who knows what can happen. You know, the Championship is such a weird league. I wouldn't cross there, darling. You'll end up in front of my windscreen. Yeah, it's such a weird league that who knows. I think you just got to take one game at a time. Obviously, we've got Leeds away in the FA Cup next week, which is going to be a challenge since they knocked 7 past Cardiff. But them aside, our league form is, you know, we're looking more solid at the back. We started off, I think, you kind of got a better start than what we did do. 38 seconds into the game, it was, you know, really well worked down the right side. It comes into, is it Connolly? Yeah, it was Connolly.
Well, Ivanovic, I wouldn't say missed it, but he did miss it, to be fair. He just missed it, just went behind him. And then Connolly, I'm not sure if he mishits it, but he hits it with like the back of his foot, the heel of his foot, and it just goes through the defender's legs, and I don't know really what the keeper was doing.
I think he just wrong-footed the keeper. Yeah. I don't think he expected it to go back past him. And that put us 1-0 up. Like I said, 38 seconds in, you're thinking, oh, we needed a bit of confidence. Obviously, we haven't been great at the Den. Results haven't been going our way, so we needed a good start. We got it. And then 2 minutes later, you know, probably one of the best moves of the game from QPR. It's Joe Bryan's trying to intercept it, which was one of the only poor things he'd done in the game. I thought you didn't think he had a very good first half, did you?
But he looked like the worst player on the pitch in the first half. He was misreading everything. His skills weren't coming off. He just looked like shocking. Yeah,
I didn't think he had that bad of a first half. I thought he was excellent in the second half. He really came into his own in the second half, making critical interceptions, some good touches, and give us an outlet down the left. He defended really well, I thought. But he tried to intercept the ball just inside the QPR half, didn't get there. It was really good. I think it was Chair that, you know, obviously Chair's an excellent player. He's an absolute muppet of a person, and, you know, I wouldn't want him anywhere near Mill, if I was honest, even if we could sign him, given the character that he is. But he's an excellent football player, and he's he's put a really good ball into the QPR striker, who I thought was a real live wire, real handful all game. He's got to learn to stay on his feet, because he threw himself over far too often, which he didn't need to do. And when he did stay on his feet, he stayed on his feet this time. He was 1-on-1 with Japhet Tanganga, who's, you know how good he is defending. And he stays, Tanganga's goal side of him, but he just gets ahead of him enough to hit a shot in off the post. I don't know whether Jensen could have got to it, but it was a really good finish, and it really set up the London derby, making it 1-1 after 2.5 minutes. We continue to, both teams continue to attack. I felt that we were creating chances. It's some really good first-time football. What we're doing under Alex Neil that we haven't done is move the ball quickly in the final third. Just one-touch passing and getting in behind, and that created the second goal. Do you want to talk about the second goal?
It was again a nice move down the right. Well, after this, we didn't really cross it in much, which I thought was baffling, because we scored after 2 of our goals coming across the box. But I think it was Kramer who got to the byline, and a really nice clip ball. Saville rose like an absolute salmon, somehow got over the defender, looked like it was going over, hit the bar, and then what's his name, Kundal, just anticipation and desire got him there, and then tucked it past the keeper.
Yeah, because Kundal started behind the QPR defender, who was very flat-footed and didn't react. If the QPR defender reacts, because he's ahead of Kundal, we would have got to the ball comfortably, but he switched off. The keeper seemed to switch off as well. I think the keeper thought it was going over, and Kundal's come in and scored on his debut. That's encouraging, that the 2 new signings that we've got in Connolly and Kundal and Kramer. We signed in players at the beginning with C. But yeah,
Kramer's a K.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Is Kramer a K?
I'm pretty sure it's a K.
We'll have to look that up. I'm sure it's a C. No, you might be right, actually. I think it's a K.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking of it as a C.
Well, he's one or the other. And that, like I said, that puts us 2-1 up, and some steady play for the rest of the half. But like I said, it was end-to-end football. It looked like QPR were going to create a few more chances. We go in at half-time, and obviously we've Alex Neil said, look boys, we're going to change it up a little bit. We started certainly more defensive, which brought the QPR players onto us. I felt for most of the half we dealt with it comfortably. There was a spell of about 10 minutes where it was corner after corner, and there was a free header which was really, really well saved by Jensen.
I don't know how he even saw the ball.
Yeah, because the refs had a mare. Every time it seemed to go behind or go off for a throw-in, he just automatically give it to them. There was one where it really baffled everybody. Even the QPR players looked like, how the hell have we got that one? And they put a lot of pressure on us. And then Sato come on, and he was absolutely cooking down the QPR left. Both times he's done Kramer, gone to the touchline and cut it back. The first time it was a bad touch by the QPR player in the box, and the second one was another shot that was really well saved by Jensen. And Jensen's come into his own in that second half, because that's what you need to do. If you're going to defend resolutely, you're going to need your keeper to pull off a couple of really good saves, and he did that. We didn't really create too much in the second half, but we did have one where Brian goes beyond the defender and he's pulled down, and we don't.
There was about 3 penalties that we could have had.
There was certainly one of them. He's pulled down, and I wasn't surprised that the referee didn't give it, because he didn't really give us anything the entire match. And I felt like, funny enough, in injury time, we had managed it. 4 minutes of injury time. Yeah. I think it was basically right down where I sit, right in the corner in QPR's end. They didn't really get anything going other than a free kick. Obviously a free kick all day. Yeah. That was a free kick. Sato went past. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Watmore.
Yeah, it was definitely Watmore.
But Watmore just brought him down.
It wasn't actually, because I was right near it. It didn't actually look that much of a foul. He just kind of tapped him on the back, and then obviously he's always going to get a foul for it. But it was another. I wouldn't say poor, but it wasn't great from the ref again. Yeah,
I thought it was a foul from my distance, but you were certainly closer. So, but and then for the final whistle goes and it's jubilation. It was a decent atmosphere all round. QPR sung well today. I felt like the den was a little bit rocking. It was good that James Berylson's walked around the stadium to do something with a youth team, and he got a good round of applause. It's a good week, a very good week for the club, and a good week for the chairman that he's put his hand in his pockets. I know we've taken in a lot of money with Fleming and Esse, but it's good to see that we're reinvesting that in the team, buying young players that that exciting. And I thought, who's your man of the match today?
I would probably say it's Jensen. He made so many decisive saves in the second half that if he didn't make it, well, not a normal keeper makes some of them saves, because they were genuinely, like, a couple of them were far reaches, quick reactions, and it was just a really, really good performance. Yeah,
he did make a couple of good saves. Frankos, who was your man of the match?
I'll go with Jensen again.
I'm very tempted to give it to Jensen, but I was really impressed with Connolly. His work rate, desire, good on the ball. We've had players that work hard for the badge, a lot, but he's got something about him. I feel
like he's Tom Bradshaw, but with a bit more of an end product and better on the ball.
Yeah, I can see a little bit, but he's certainly better on the ball. He's certainly more in tune with the players around him, and he's certainly got a better touch than Bradshaw, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's not hard, because that was never one of Bradshaw's biggest traits. But now, like I said, that's 3 points in a London derby, and you can ask no more than that. 3 wins on the bounce. It's looking a little bit more rosy than it did the last time we spoke. So thank you very much for the support on the channel. Thanks very much. If you're watching this, stick a like on the video. There's only one way we can end it. No one likes us.
We don't care.
Yes.